Rahim Nahmadu wa nusalli ala Rasulul Kareem. The previous masla we understood, remember we done that if a person was reading, he was the Imam, etc., and for some reason or the other, he couldn't read further. Maybe he forgot, or he got stuck, or he got a problem with his throat, whatever, and he didn't do the necessary qiraat, then he can make istikhlaf, he can pull somebody forward, and that person can continue with the qiraat, right? Right. But now, yeah, say for instance, he read what is necessary for the salah to be done. He read already. He already made the necessary qiraat. So now, he couldn't go further to read. He couldn't go further. Is it permissible for him to make istikhlaf, to pull another person forward to read, right? Or must he just carry on going to ruku and terminate his salah? That's what he's saying. وَلَوْ قَرَأَ مِقْدَارَ مَا تَجُوزُ بِهِ الصَّلَاةُ. If he recited that amount, مِقْدَارَ مَا تَجُوزُ بِهِ الصَّلَاةُ, which the salat is correct with it, لَا يَجُوزُ بِالْإِجْمَاعِ. It is not permissible unanimously to make istikhlaf. لِعَدَمِ الْحَاجَةِ. Because there's no need. لِعَدَمِ الْإِسْتِخْلَافِ. Because the first qiraat is done already, or the wajib qiraat is done. So there's no need to pull another person forward, right? Carry on. Right. There's another interesting masala. This is not only to imam in a masjid, or this could even refer to a person reading salah alone, a man reading alone, a woman reading alone, anybody reading alone. So you are reading your salah, whether you're reading farz salah, or even whether you were reading sunnah salah, whatever. وَإِن سَبَقَهُ الْحَدَثُ. You were reading salah, and as you're reading salah, you just finished the tashahud, right? And you never recite the durood as yet, and you never make the salam. Now we know when your wudu breaks unintentionally, what can you do? When your wudu breaks unintentionally, you go make wudu and you make bidah, and you come back and you complete the salah, right? So same thing they saying here. This is in keeping with the normal principle. So a lady was reading salah by her house, or a man was reading salah by his house, whether it was faraz, whether it was sunnah. So after you just finished the shahud, mistakenly your wudu broke, some gas, whatever came out. So in sabaqa al-hadathu, if hadath overtook a person, ba'da tashahudi, after the tashahud, tawadda'a wa sallama, you go make wudu, and after make wudu, you come back there and you make salam. Why was the reasoning? Read there. Yeah, because see, we know when we discussed earlier that from amongst the wajibat of salat is to make salam. It's the wajib. It's not a farz salah, but it's the wajib salah of salah. To make salam is a wajibat of salam. To come out of salah intentionally, that is a farz act. To come out, to take yourself out of salah intentionally, that is farz, right? To take yourself out of salah intentionally, that is farz. But to make salam, to say assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, we'll discuss a little bit about this later. When we say to take your salah, yourself intention out of salah is farz, we'll discuss that just now. But we're saying salat is wajib, to make salam is wajib. So here he left out a wajib. What happened? He left out a wajib. So the right thing, and because he never break his wudu, intention was unintentional, he can go, he can make wudu, and he can come back and he can fulfill this wajib. لأن التسليم واجب فلا بد من التوضع. So it is necessary لا بد من التوضع or من التودي. تودي. It's necessary to make wudu ليأتي به, so that he can, or ليأتي به, what ليأتي به, so that he can come back and he can fulfill the wajib that remains, right? Carry on. Yeah, this is an interesting maslah now. The same scenario, that a person recited tashahud already, right? He finishes tashahud. But here, remember that the previous maslah was of bina. And remember we told you only make bina when your wudu broke unintentionally, right? You only make bina when your wudu broke unintentionally. But here he broke his wudu intentionally. He broke his wudu intentionally. And how his wudu broke intentionally? Either he spoke to somebody, or he purposely discharged some gas or something. So وَإِن تَأَمَّدَ الْحَدَثَ. So after reciting tashahud, he intentionally made hadath, تأمل حدث في هذه الحالة, in this condition, right? أو تكلم, or he spoke to somebody, أو عمل عملا ينافي الصلاة, or he engaged in an action عملا ينافي الصلاة, it is negatory to salah, like he moved or he turned his chest away from the qibla, etc., etc. So here he's saying تمت صلاته, his salat is complete. Ajib, there where he broke his wudu unintentionally, what we say? We say he must come make wudu and come and complete his salah, right? And here when he broke his wudu intentionally, we say his salat is complete, you don't have to come back. What is the reasoning? What was the rationale? Let's go back to the previous masla where he broke his wudu unintentionally. Because he broke his wudu unintentionally, he can make bina. And because he got a wajib left, so he must go make wudu, and he must make bina, and he must complete his wajib, right? So here we're saying that if he broke his wudu intentionally, he don't have to come back. Why he can't come back? What's the reason why he can't come back? First reason is because loud. Very good, mashallah. That you can only make bina when you break your wudu unintentionally. You only make wudu bina when you break your wudu unintentionally. Yeah, this person broke his wudu intentionally, so there's no bina. So that's the first thing. Then the second thing is this here. He can't make bina because he broke his wudu intention. So you say, but okay, he can't make bina, but he still left a wajib out. He still got a wajib left out. Now remember we done earlier, we said, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to Hazrat Ibn Mas'ud, إِذَا فَعَلْتَ هَذَا أَوْ قُلْتَ هَذَا فَقَدْ تَمَّتْ صَلَاتُكَ. When you recite the tashahud, or you said in tashahud, your salat is complete, right? So technically speaking, we're saying here that he is fulfilled the faraz of salat already. Because إِذَا قُلْتَ هَذَا أَوْ فَعَلْتَ هَذَا فَقَدْ تَمَّتْ صَلَاتُكَ. When you say this, or you do this here, your salat is complete. So we will say his salat is complete. The farais of salat is complete. And we won't tell him now it is necessary to repeat your salah. Because the only other scenario was that you have to repeat the whole salah. Because why? There's no bina, right? Because he broke intentionally. But we will, now logically speaking, you say no, because you left out a wajib. You have to go make wudu and you have to read your salah again, like how the normal law is, the normal standard default ruling is that when you leave out a wajib, you have to do the wajib. If you don't never make sajdahu, then you have to do the wajib again. So they're saying just because he left out a wajib, we will abandon the qiyas and we'll look at istihsan. We will look at istihsan and we'll say that, okay, let the salah, we won't punish him to say now you have to repeat the whole salah just because he left out the wajib, because as it is, he was already at the end of his salah. So that is the istihsan. So remember we told you, khuruj is right. So to come out, so we'll say that he fulfilled the farais of salah and he reached the right of the end of salah. So we won't unnecessarily tell him now, you have to repeat your salah, because as it is, he's done everything already, right? Actually, from the kitab, yeah, it appears that we'll say it's complete. You don't have to, it's not to feel the deficiency, it's complete actually. Okay, carry on, read the next one. Yeah, so this is the reason why we're telling you. I told you why we're saying that you don't have to go make wudu and come and repeat the salah, or we said you don't have to repeat the salah لأنه تعذر البناء, because you cannot make bina because he broke it in intention. لوجود القاطع, he broke it intentionally with the existence of breaking it intentionally, right? لوجود القاطع لكن لا إعادة عليه. And we won't say you must repeat the salah because like he's already right come to the end of the race already. Although he left out the wajib, why make him repeat the whole salah? That we're saying, lakin la i'adata alayhi, no repeat. لأنه لم يبقى شيء من الأركان, because none of the arkan of salat is found. Yes, salam is wajib, but it's not a rukn. So just after having completed all the arkan, just to fulfill one arkan, why are you going to make it wajib for him to go, right? لأنه لم يبقى شيء من الأركان, right? Okay, so okay, read the next one. Is the different masala? Next one. Right. So you know the masla of tayammum, that you can only make tayammum in the absence of water, né? Or either the water is physically absent, or either there is water there, but you are unable to use it for some reason or the other, right? Just 1 second. Right. So normally, if you see the water in your salah and you have qudrat upon the water, right, then your salah become batil, because the reason for the permissibility of tayammum is not there anymore, right? فَإِنْ رَأَى الْمُتَيَمِّمُ الْمَاءَ, if the mutayammim saw water, في صلاة in his salat, بطلت صلاته, right? His salat become. Now read the next part, is which is the relevant part which you want to show. Right. So فإن رأوا بعد ما قعد قدر التشهد. So say for instance a person said the duration of the tashahhud already, and then he saw the water. فإن رأوا بعد ما قعد قدر التشهد أو كان ماسحا. Or another surah is this here. A person was making masa on his khus. And you know, if he's a mukim, he can only make for 24 hours masa. And if he was a musafir, he can make for 3 days, right? أو كان ماسحا فانقضت مدة مسحه. Then the time of making masa was finished. أو خلأ خفيه بعمل كثير. Or he took his khufs out with little action. Obviously, not lot of action, because it was amal kathir. Obviously, the namaz is broken, right? So he took it with little action out. أو كان أميا فتعلم سورة. So these are all scenarios where a person, his salah broke, right? Right? أو كان أميا فتعلم سورة أو أريانا فوجد ثوبا. Or he was naked and he found clothes. أو موميا, or he couldn't stand up and read properly namaz. فقدر على الركوع, he became able upon الركوع والسجود. أو تذكر فائتة عليه قبل هذا. Or he remember صاحب الترتيب. If you got lesser than 5 salah, qaza salah, you have to follow the tartib, right? Right. أو تذكر فائتة عليه قبل هذا. أو أحدث الإمام القارئ. Or the imam, أحدث الإمام القارئ, they was able to read, he made hadath. فاستخلف أميا, and then he put a ummi, a person who can't read. أو طلعت الشمس في الفجر, or it was fajr time, and he was reading namaz, he finished the shahud, and then the sun rose, right? أو طلع الشمس في الفجر. أو دخل وقت العصر, or the time of Asr entered, وفي الجمعة. أو كان ماسحا الجبيرة فسقطت عن برع, or he was making masa upon a bandage, and the bandage fell off, right? And he was healed, so now it's necessary to wash, right? أو كان صاحب عذر, or he had a specific excuse for wudu, whatever. فانقطع عذره كالمستحاضة. ومن بمعنى بطلت الصلاة في قول أبي حنيفة, the salah will become batil according to the call of Imam Hanifa. So, okay, this is all scenarios where the salah, these are breakers of salah. So he read the tashahud, and he's supposed to come out of the salah with salam, right? There's a one scenario. Or if he done an action which takes him out of salat, then also we say, contrary to logic, his salat was done. So here, if you look at all these actions here, we'll say, according to Hanifa, if this happened, his salat is not done. Why? Because he never come out of salat intentionally. He never come out of salat intentionally. Right? وقالت تمت صلاته وقيل الأصل أن الخروج عن الصلاة بسنة المصلي فرض عند أبي حنيفة. So according to Hanifa, you must intentionally come out of the salah. And if you look at all these scenarios, it was not intentional coming out of salah. So either you come out of salah with salam and the salah is completed in the highest form, or either if you don't come out of salah, but you do some action that takes you out of salah. And if you look at all these scenarios here, we'll repeat it Monday, inshallah. Allah Ta'ala. Inshallah, we'll repeat this on Monday. But if you look at all the scenarios, they never come out of salah intentionally. It was all an unintentional thing. So that means a farz of the salah was left out, you understood. But we'll repeat it on Monday. Now we're going to switch over to tafsir, inshallah. Subhanallah, bihamdihi, subhanallah. Allah, open it.